welcome everyone to the class. Today we will do without the PowerPoint because I realized that PowerPoint is a bit boring, and I think you all like to see my face better, right? So since my face is more attractive than the PowerPoint, so I should let you see my face more. Okay, today we are going to talk about how to manage relationship. Hello, 缘分与你相遇. Hey, nice to meet you. Now let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Usually when I start my class, I always ask question. What is a relationship? What is a relationship? Hello, Sky. Okay. I can't sleep without your smile. Okay. Hello, Sky. Long time no see. Hello. So what is a relationship? I always ask this question when I start the lesson. Why? Because a lot of people think that relationship is very easy. Oh, let's fall in love and then the relationship. Let's have friends, that's a relationship. Relationship has got a lot of layers. Okay? Relationship definition is when two things got connected. So when two things are connected, then it's a relationship. If there's no connection, there's no relationship. But for things to connect, you need, can be family and friends. Yes, can be anything. For two things to connect, you need a lot of chemistry. You need a lot of effort. Don't steal you. Never mind. If let's say you have any questions, you can always ask after the lesson ends. For those that later I will let you know about something else. Okay. For two person to meet, you need fate, you need destiny. It is very complex. And when you meet someone, you start to communicate. You start to know that person, and you start to establish a relationship with that person. So it is a long journey. Let's say you meet someone today, and you are very interested to know that person, and you have to communicate. So the most challenging part in relationship, guess what? The most challenging part in relationship is communication. If let's say relationship with God, can we even communicate with God? Do you communicate with God? Do you communicate with your God every night? Okay? How do you communicate? So the most challenging part in a relationship is communication. Okay? Communication is being communication styles is being formed based on perception, behaviors, right? Your perception. When you see a person who look very fierce, like for example your boss, you'll perceive that this person is very fierce. Then you will have to you will pick your words very carefully. Okay? Let's say you have a girlfriend or you have a wife, you married for 10 years, 20 years, and you realize that we are all 老夫老妻, right? We know each other so well. And then you will stop using words of love because everything is like so normal and already you don't have to express love. So communication is based on perception and behaviors. So because of perception and behaviors, that is a lot of underlying reason that cause a person's not able to communicate. Yes, words of love and affirmation. That is now when we talk about love and affirmation, it is also depends on what is the other person's love language. Yeah, later on we'll talk about love language. Because if you communicate wrongly using the wrong love language, the communication cannot be a certain. Alright, so we call love languages. Later we'll talk about it. There are 5 love languages altogether. Now, first of all, we have to understand when you need to talk, what is preventing you from talking? What is the mindset when you want to talk to, for example, you want to very good example. Where if you are in a cold call, insurance agents, okay? Insurance agent, one of the job is to make cold calls. Okay, the moment we pick up the phone, we say, I'm calling from this company, insurance company. I would like to share with you a brand new policy that we have. Now, this call can be very intimidating. It's a very scary call to even make, because the moment you pick up a phone call, your mind is already telling you that the person is going to slam my phone. The person is going to reject me. Okay, because I was in the insurance position before, I know. So every action, we have this perception behind. We assume that this is going to happen, and then that will affect the way we communicate. And communicate is such an important part in relationship. Okay, especially when we want to manage it. It's just like you build a company. It's easy to build, but to manage a company is difficult because you have so many things to take care of. In relationship, it's the same. To start a relationship is very easy. To manage a relationship is difficult. So, but how do we know the reason why people behave the way they behave? Right? Some people, they are very aggressive. Some people, they are very passive. Some, they are very insecure. Some, they are very dishonest. Some of them are very hostile. What makes people behave the way they behave? So this depends on the situation that they experience. Okay? Situation that they've experienced, and also based on the environmental conditioning. Okay, some people grow up in a very dysfunctional family. Okay, dysfunction family, where the parents is always quarreling, arguing, fighting, and all these environmental factors will affect the kid. As growing up, he will feel that, okay, my parents is always always fighting, and my dad always get what he wants after he scolded my mom. So next time when I grow up, I will do what my dad do. So when he grow up, he will start to abuse the wife because the dad did that and the mom surrender. So from him, this is normal. This is normal. So if I want something from my wife, I will have to be abusive. I have to scold. I have got to be aggressive. Then I get what I want. So a person's behavior will contribute to the relationship. Hello, strawberry. Hello, thank you, manto. So environmental conditioning. But we have to uncondition the conditioning. That's what we have to do. So, and also a person who communicate in a certain manner or certain way, and the way we behave is also due to, of course, we talk about childhood, what we have experienced, what our background. I will have a topic in the next months or so, a topic on childhood trauma, how childhood trauma affects adult life. Then I'll talk more on how early childhood treatment affect adult life. Early childhood contribute a great factor, right, to how a person communicate. Therefore, also result in how they form relationship, how they manage relationship. We also have something called epigenetics. Have you heard about epigenetics? So for example, let's say we behave the way our parents behave because of genes, right? We have certain genes, therefore we do the same thing. But sometimes the genes is being altered, changed, due to the parents passing down to the kid. For example, if a mother who is pregnant with a child start to take drugs, or start to smoke, or start to drink alcohol, or refuse, or she's too poor to even buy multivitamins, okay, supplements, the kids will have the genes will change the kids. So for example, if let's say the mother is a drug addict or a smoker, the kids, when he or she is born, she will have certain health issues. Maybe they will have, according to expert, for those mother who smokes, and the kids born will likely to have asthma or lungs issue. Okay, for those that drink alcohol, the kids might grow up and develop anxiety. So when they develop anxiety, they will use alcohol to control, to manage the anxiety, and therefore this person will become alcoholic, right? And then this person's gene will again change because of the alcohol that he drinks, and then it will pass into the bloodstream, and then it will pass to another generation by generation. So sometimes our mother's gene or parents' DNA is good, but because of the things that they eat, it affects the offspring, which is the children's genetic, and that will also cause health issues, mental issues. Like I said just now, people that drink alcohol when she's pregnant, the kids might has a high tendency of anxiety. So all these are health issues. Anxiety can lead to depression. Depression can lead to mental illness. All these are all created. But can we unwind all this? Can we uncondition all this? Yes, we can. Okay, we can, but we have to be aware. If let's say we have many relationships and always the relationship fails, then you have to understand why it fails, right? Because everybody in the world, to meet someone, we are all from different background, from different bringing up. We have different experiences, different environmental conditioning, and even brothers and sisters from the same family can have conflict. I have conflict with my brother. We don't even see each other for like 6 years. I don't see face to face. Okay, when during Chinese New Year, when he comes to my mom's place to eat, I will eat later. When after he left, I'll go and eat. So even brother and sister has got this conflict. So to have a good relationship, it's very, very difficult. Okay, please help me to share this. I'm trying my best to explain the whole logic and the whole session. Hope if let's say you have any question and you realize that I contradict you or I confuse you, please let me know. Hello Michael. So, and also we have social media now, right? Social media is always painting very nice picture about relationship. You look at people keep posting, wow, happy marriage lah, wedding lah, go holiday lah, wow, share 2% share a cup of ice cream lah. These are only photographs. Okay, I'm not saying that they are not real. A lot of things are on to show people, but behind the picture nobody knows. So don't take every pictures you see on Facebook, on IG, and take it as, wow, everybody's love life is so good, and my love life, I don't even have a love life. Okay, don't say that, because whatever you see on IG, whatever you see on Facebook, those are all photographs. You don't know the person, what's going on closed door. Okay, hi Xianhen, hello. So Angie, hello. We are talking about how to manage relationship. So welcome to join in. Hi Damien, hello Damien. So we all have this fantasy of having happily ever after life, right? Marriage, right? Or relationship. But we have to work for it. And in marriages, a lot of people think, oh, when I say I do, means that I'm happily married. You know me, huh? Of course I know you. So a lot of people think that when they say I do, means that they are blissful married. In fact, the moment you say I do is where the marriage, sustaining the marriage starts. And is this marriage, after every marriage, the relationship will change. It will change. Believe it or not. Maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Maybe it will change. it will change. So in order to be forever I do moment, you have to put in a lot of effort. Okay. Whereas in workplace relationship, we talk about relationship, right? We have relationship with us, with friends, with God, with your partner. We also have relationship with your office workers, your colleagues, your customers, your vendors. And all this relationship is all about communication as well. So we'll talk about it a little bit. But what's the difference between a workplace relationship and a romantic relationship? What is the difference? Hello, Guorong. Hello. What's the difference between a workplace relationship versus a romantic relationship? Anybody can tell me. What is the difference between a workplace relationship versus a personal romantic relationship? What's the difference? Now, in a workplace relationship, if you don't like the boss, if you don't like your colleague, you can resign. Right? Hello, Ginny. You can resign. Then you find another job. But, hello, Xiaohei. But in a romantic relationship, yeah, you have to face the boss. But if you don't like the boss, you resign, right? There's no consequences. You just resign and then you find a new job. Right? It's professional. Correct. It's professional. The main thing about workplace relationship is you don't like your boss, you don't like your colleague, you just say resign. And then that's it. Full stop. You look for a new job. How can? Hui ma? My connection very good leh. Today is managing relationship. Hello, Xiaopei. Managing relationship. Whereas for romantic relationship is a bit challenging. Okay? If let's say you don't like the relationship, you want to break away from the relationship, that's not so easy. If you're married, you got to file a divorce. If you are not married, you have to go through an emotional period, because in romantic relationship we invest our emotion, we invest our money, we build things together, and those that married, they have kids together. So when you want to leave a relationship, you cannot resign, no? You cannot just say I resign and then bye. Cannot. Some partners are crazy. They are abusive. They can threaten. They can say, okay, if you leave me, I'm going to do something bad to you, for example. Almost everywhere is the same. Sure, got some toxic. Always two sides of the coin. Yes, correct, Xiaohei, you're right. So the main thing about personal romantic relationship is you cannot just resign. There are a lot of things you have to work it out. It's my hotspot car. Yeah, Max, your hotspot car. All right. So let's talk about relationship with yourself. Relationship, number one, must start from yourself. Share physical, emotional intimacy. Yes. That's why when you have emotional investment, to break away from a relationship is not very easy. It's difficult. Okay. Sally, next company was correct. You won't know, right? Because you jump into another company. So before you even, let's say you are still single. Yeah, let's say you are still single. Before jumping into a relationship, please have a relationship with yourself first. Of course, you might always have relationship with God, but before you have relationship with somebody else, for this circumstances, I'm talking about personal relationship, a romantic relationship. Before you have a romantic relationship, please have a relationship with yourself first. Okay. Once you have a relationship with yourself, you will understand yourself better. You will know what do you value most, what expectation you have, what are your strengths, what are your purpose, what is your intention of getting into a relationship. So by having a relationship with yourself, you are cultivating self-love. You love yourself. Once you love yourself, you are in love with yourself, you then can love others. Okay. A lot of people, they do not have this. They do not have a relationship with themselves. They don't even not sure whether they love themselves or not. That's why they are looking for love from other people. They want people to give them love. And that become needy. That become insecure. So before you look into relationship with other people, first of all, love yourself. Have a relationship with yourself first. Once you are in love with yourself, you are able to give love to others. Okay, this is very important. I just joined a company 3 months ago, worse than the previous company. So yeah, so that comes to Minions just had an interview, right? We just talked about it. So whenever you jump into the work, another work, the reason why the place is vacant, that's a reason why. Okay, if the place is vacant, that's a reason why it is vacant. So you jump into that vacancy, and then of course you have to work towards it. every day I love myself because no one talk quite as quiet as library. Okay, love yourself. Love yourself. When I talk about love yourself, it's not as I love myself. Okay, not as easy as I love myself. I will tell you how to love yourself. Yeah, the boss called me today when can I join, because they need me urgently. That's why there's a vacancy there. Unless it's a new position, then it's different. Okay, then you can maximize your skills. Hi Joshua, hello, thank you for coming in. So number one, focus on yourself. Love yourself first. Establish a relationship with yourself, in love with yourself. Then you can start to love somebody else, right? Now, when I talk about love yourself, we are talking about how to contribute a good relationship, right? What are the things that you need to cultivate and to manage a good relationship? Number one, let's talk about respect. Mutual respect. Do you respect yourself? Okay, now I'm talking about relationship building. Focus on yourself first. So you have to love yourself first. Do you respect yourself? Do you allow people to bully you? Do you set boundaries so that if people do that to you, you will tell the person, say, hey, excuse me, I cannot accept that. Are you a person who is very assertive, or are you a person very passive? Passive person will always get bullied by people. They don't set boundaries. Okay? Respect is about, I respect what you value. I respect what you think is important. I respect your boundaries. If you think that you need to work tonight, you don't want me to call you on the phone, I will respect. I will not call you. Okay, that's his boundary. If I want to finish my work and you come and talk to me and chit chat, office cubicle easily pass by and you start to chat. If you have a lot of things to do, you have to tell the person, excuse me, I have to finish my work first. I can come to you later when I finish my work. Then we can have a chat. Boundary is important. So do you respect yourself? If you are respecting yourself, good. Then you are able to respect others. But once you respect others, others will respect you as well. In relationship, respect is about, for example, you have a dinner with a friend. Let's say your wife or your husband or your boyfriend, girlfriend. You have a dinner outside and then you keep texting and replying emails. That is not respect. Okay, so when you have time spent with your partner, it is whether you are present or not. Sometimes you are. Your person is present there, but your mind is not present, and that's not quality time. Okay, that's not quality time. Then how about trust? We talk about trust. Okay, when you have to trust yourself, whatever you do, so that you don't have self-doubt. In relationship with others, you have to trust, and then trust the other person. Don't keep calling like we call it what 365 phone calls. You keep calling. When you go for dinner, for example, with a friend, and then your partner keep calling you. That's not trust. That's not trust. Honesty. Now, honesty also one of the attributes to a good relationship. Honesty. Are we honest about ourselves, our needs, Are we honest about our needs, our expectation? What you want people to respect you, you have to tell the person, hey, please respect me. I want to do this. You have to do this. Okay, you have to communicate. So if you are honest with yourself, you are able to be honest with others. When we talk about relationship, honest means that when you are honest, a lot of time you will have this mindset that my partner might be angry with me. If I say this, my partner might be angry with me. Give you an example. I hate to iron clothes. Okay, I hate to iron clothes. And if let's say I tell my partner that, darling, I don't feel like ironing clothes. I don't like to iron clothes. And then your darling will say, oh, okay. If you don't like to iron clothes, I'll bring you to laundry and iron and get the laundry to iron for you. Good. That is honesty. But let's say you are not honest because you don't know how your partner will react. Then you keep ironing, but you whine and whine inside. You whine and whine, and you hold grudge. Then you feel that I really hate ironing, and then all these things will slowly accumulate, and then you will feel you hate to do the thing so much. Let me share with you my example. I used to tell my ex-partner that I hate ironing. And then what happened was he feel that I should iron, and he was like, the face go black, and eventually we send the laundry to laundry place to get it ironed, but you can see the face is damn black lah. Right? So these are honesty. Relationship, you need to be honest. Although sometimes honest can create conflict, okay? But without that conflict, you will not know each other, and in next one more step further. So conflict is good. Okay, conflict is good. Just like workplace, conflict is good also. No conflict means that nobody knows what's going on, and one day something happened, then it's a bit too late. Hi, Cai Chen. You have to compromise as well. For example, you have your goals. You have something you valued. I have something I valued. I have my goals as well. Okay, share with you another example. Also my example, okay? Also my example. The reason why I don't want to invest in relationship because it's too time consuming. Now, I have a partner. I had a partner, my ex-partner. I like to sing. Everybody knows that I like to sing, right? So there was once I was involved in a Christmas program that I have to go for. I like ironing. Next time you have to iron. Now I don't iron my clothes anymore. I buy t-shirt. T-shirt no need to iron. So there was once I was doing a Christmas show for one of the cafe, and then we have to rehearse, about three nights a week. And then my ex-partner told me something which made me very, very frustrated, very angry. But I didn't voice it out, but I hold it inside myself. I was a person that don't like to argue, so I hold it inside. So he told me that I am an adult. I shouldn't play music so late, like as if I'm a teenager. Okay. He said only young people will spend their nights singing, and I shouldn't be doing that because I'm an adult. So that is something that I call it, there is no respect, and he doesn't compromise. Okay, this is a no. Yeah, well, like that lah. Because everybody's background is different. Everybody's conditioning is different. My ex-partner is in a very, he grew up in a very traditional family. Although I grew up in a very traditional family as well, but still our mindset is different. So then we come to individuality. Do you respect each other's hobby? Do you support each other's ventures? Let's say your partner say, hey, I want to set up a business. I want to do something enjoyable. Do you support that? Do you say, no, that's no good, don't do it. I'm sure you will fail. These are not supportive. So you have to support each other. Okay? It's personal hobby interest. He should love you as what? Yes, I don't agree too. He doesn't love music. Well, he loves music. He sing karaoke, you know. But just that he feel that I shouldn't involve too much time doing my music outside. I should stay at home more. So that's the reason why the relationship didn't last, because we don't have a common goal, we don't have a common value. So in relationship, values and goals is very, very important. It's not just I love you, you love me, you know. You have to have similar value. Let's say you want to learn things, you learn things together. You want to do something, you do something together. Okay? So, if let's say a person is not sharing the same goals as you, the marriage cannot last unless you all talk it out. What you can sacrifice. For example, let's say he said, "Oh, can you don't sing, and then we can be together for a longer time. We can spend more time together. You don't sing." Okay, it's like I don't sing. If I don't sing, it's not me, you know. If I don't sing, it's not me, because singing is part of me. So I will not compromise that. I will not say, okay, we're going to spend more time together. I stop singing. I can't. I cannot. Okay? So am I able to sacrifice my singing for a relationship? No. No, I will not sacrifice. So if let's say you want to go, you go. So that's the reason why the relationship didn't last. Hello, Jensen. Thank you very much. So I know sometimes husband doesn't like to sing, but the wife like to sing. You have to support the wife. Must support, because passion is passion. Passion is where the person live a life with a purpose. You know, if you refuse to allow your partner to live her purpose or his purpose, and then what is the relationship about? No point. All right. So let's talk about love languages. We talk about communication, right? Earlier on, Vin said affirmation, right? Affirmation, love and affirmation. According to an author called Gary Chapman, he has got he published a book called 5 Love Languages, which is very popular. To him, everybody accept love, communicate love, and receive love differently. Okay? Everybody receive love differently. Some people receive love as in, okay, you help me to throw the garbage. You help me to wash the dishes. That is love. I like the way you love me because you help me to wash the dishes. Some people wants to hear words of affirmation. Oh, honey, you're so great. Thank you. You're so handsome. Oh, I'm so proud of you. These are words of affirmation. Some people like that. Some people like to receive gift. Okay, I buy Louis Vuitton, I buy Gucci, means I love you. Okay, then there's some people that like to spend time, quality time, means that okay, let's go for a movie or let's watch a movie together at home, but you cannot touch your phone. I want quality time, means you must be 100% present, and you cannot play with a handphone. Hi Hong, hello. Today we are talking about managing relationship. I got insecurity. What is the best cause of it? I have a session on insecurity. Please stay tuned. I have one. I cannot remember. I think it's May or April. I have a session on insecurity. Please stay tuned. Huh? Hi Des, hello. So another love language is touch. So you like people to touch your hands, hold your hands. Then you feel love. Okay, so you have to understand your partner's love language. If let's say your partner is not a person that likes gifts, you buy 1,001 roses, also the person don't feel you love her. Okay, if let's say your partner is a person who always very busy, no time to go for a massage because a lot of housework to do, a lot of cleaning to do. And then you can say, okay, honey, I help you to clean up the house. You know, you go and have one day off. You know, have a good massage. Can you remember? Love language. Okay, five love languages is written by a person called Gary Chapman. The 5 languages are service, to help the person do something as service, like take out garbage, clean the dishes, clean the floor, service. If I have no time to pick up the laundry, you help me to pick up the laundry. That's a service. Another one is love, words of affirmation. Words of affirmation. So, example, oh, darling, you're such a great man. Thank you very much for your help. I'm so proud of you. These are words. Some people like to hear and then feel good, you see. Another one is the third type of love language is gift. I buy you flowers, I buy you bags, I buy you neckties, I buy you handphone, I buy you whatever means that I love you. Okay, buying things. Some people like to receive diamond Gucci lah, LV lah, all this. Then the lady feel that, oh, my husband love me so much, or my darling love me so much. Okay, the fourth type is touch. So holding hands, hugging, these are touch. If you don't touch the person will not feel that you love her. Okay? But touch, one thing very have to emphasize is touch should not lead to sex. Okay? A lot of men touch a lady, always that's a message behind, right? Touch doesn't mean that must have to have sex. Okay, touch is like out of love you touch. Okay, don't talk about sex. Okay, if long distance really must take how long must the person propose to the person? If a long distance relation, later I'll come to long distance. Then anyhow touch cannot anyhow touch. Okay, touch with love and not touch to lead to sex. Okay, must be remember, or else that touch become no meaning. All right, the last love language is quality time. So when you watch movie together, please put your handphone away. Be focused and be present. So the 5 love languages is service, words of affirmation, give, touch, and quality time. You have to know what your partner's love language. If let's say your partner is not a person who likes to receive gift, you give. You I'll keep giving give. I tell you, the person don't feel that you love him or you don't love her. Okay, so always make sure that you know. You can always go to Gary Chapman Love Languages. There's a quiz. Okay, you go to internet, you search Gary Chapman Love Languages. There's a quiz. You can actually do the quiz, and the answer will tell you whether which is your love language. Okay, communication. Now, anger. When you talk about anger, a lot of time when we quarrel, a relationship bound to have quarrels. You must know your own love language and know, yes, both of you must know each other's love languages. It's a form of communication. Or else the person will say, you don't love me. Yeah, I buy you Louis Vuitton one. How come you say I don't love you? But I don't like gift. Hi, Sunny. Hello. But some partners, they like to buy gift to hold so that the other person will not leave the relationship. So they buy gift in a way that to cover their insecurity. All right, because they're insecure, so they keep buying things for the partner so that the partner will feel that, oh, he loved me, I cannot leave, I will not leave. No, it's out of insecurity. Samsonite not very classy lah. Samsonite is for traveling lah. Okay, coming. I'm coming to long distance already. Long distance is another very challenging things. Okay, then we come to when you argue, what are the words that you use when you argue? Okay, some words are very hurtful. Some words are very passive aggressive. For example, when you in a quarrel, you'll say, I give up my career because of you. Very common, right? Because the wife become a housewife and then take care of the kids, and then the wife will complain, I quit my job because to take care of you and your kids. Now you are talking to me like that. It's not very fair to me. These are arguments. So arguments has got knowledge. You have to know how to argue. Samsonite never get dented. My Samsonite throw away. I've got a luggage Samsonite. The wheel broken. I tell you, the wheel broken. I throw away. Okay, so let's talk about. Everybody is very interested in long distance. Let's jump into long distance. Let's jump into long distance. Okay, let's not, because after the rest I will reserve for next week, since everybody's so interested in long distance. Okay, long distance relationship. Let's say you already know that person in Singapore, okay, or maybe you meet that person in other country. As you go for holiday, you meet somebody there, and you spend like 3 months together. Okay, then you might want to continue with long distance. If you have not even met that person, it's just the beginning of the relationship, and then the person has to go to other country to work, then I would advise don't even start. Because if you see face-to-face communication and physical relationship, let's say you are both in Singapore, physical relationship in the same country already so hard to maintain. Because you have so many things to take care of. You have the honesty, trust, communication, and how to manage anger, how to manage your own time. If you are not able to manage a relationship physically face-to-face, how are you going to manage a long distance? Yes, gamers meet online, but okay, long distance, whether you are a candidate for long distance, you have to check whether you are suitable or not. Not everybody is suitable for long distance. I did long distance before. Okay, share with you my story. Okay, I was dating this guy. We were together. He was in Singapore 3 years. Then he was seconded to Hong Kong office, and then we continued to do long distance. And he is looking forward for me to go to Hong Kong to visit him. So he rented a condo, pretty big condo, because in Hong Kong condo is very expensive. So he rented a condo, and he expect me to go there to visit him. Unfortunately, he was there for 3 years. I only visited him once. Okay, and he is a person who has got depression, clinical depression. So he feel lonely. He's constantly feeling lonely and very sad and very bitter. So after 3 years in Hong Kong, he decided only once, yes. And after that, yeah, so sad once. Yeah, I know. Then what happened was, after 3 years, he came back to Singapore. Okay, he came back to Singapore. Guess what? We broke up. Once he came back to Singapore, we broke up. Why? Because he wanted me to move to his place to stay. Yeah, he said move to his place to stay. I cannot. I said I stay with my mom. I don't want to move there. I said okay, if that's the case, can we compromise? I will stay over at your place over the weekends, but during the daytime I will still got to live with my mom because my mom is living with me. He said no. He said cannot. Then if you only come and stay over during weekends, I'm still lonely, he said. I said, fine. If you think that this is not working, then let's call it a day. And we dated about 6 years. 3 years Singapore, 3 years overseas. Okay, then we broke up. And he's back to Singapore. We broke up. So this is about, if a person understands a relationship, how to manage it, it's about compromising. Yes, weekends I stay over, and then weekdays I'll stay with my mom. That's fair. If you think that you want me to be there and you want full attention, then I'm sorry, I cannot. I cannot sacrifice my mom just to be with you. All right. So this is my story. So we broke up 3 years, and that's why I said, are you a good candidate for long distance relationship? Now, if you answer these questions, if your questions are all yes, then you can do long distance. Okay? Can you be alone and do things alone? Alone means not lonely. Means being alone is not lonely. being alone, you can be also very happy and doing a lot of things, but not lonely. Okay? Can you be alone and do your things alone and still happy? Number 2, can you communicate on the phone and not texting? Even on the phone, FaceTime, video call, and not just texting. If you only good texting, then cannot. You have to be face to face on FaceTime or video chat. Can you trust? Can you trust that the person will be faithful? If you have a trust issue, you're always constantly checking in. How come she never return my phone call? Tonight we're supposed to call each other. How come she never phone me? How come she always work overtime? How come this hour she's still not back home? If you cannot trust that person, then you are not a candidate. Can you commit? Can you commit to this relationship that you can do things alone and you will be faithful? Can you commit? Because sometimes people get lonely, will go and find some fun, and then don't know what you'll do. Can you commit? Hello, Chao Liang. Hello, Chu Liang. Next question. Can you handle negative thoughts? Negative thoughts like, I'm so lonely, nobody's there. Why is she not with me? My time is so tough. I cannot handle this alone. These are all negative emotions. Can you handle that? Are you strong enough to handle your own negative thoughts? If you cannot, then you're not a candidate. Do you have common goals or visions for the future? Hello, Tek Chun. We are talking about how to manage relationships. So feel free to share with your friends. Now, do you have a common goal or vision of the future? Do you have a thing called let's do long distance for 4 years and then we'll meet and then we'll get married, or I'll move to your place and stay with you, or what? Do you have that common goal? If you don't have a common goal, don't start. Now, do you have a similar value? What value? Let's say you want freedom, but the other person don't want freedom. Hello, thank you for saying thank. Value. If let's say the person want freedom and you don't want freedom, you don't want to go over because you enjoy your personal life. You enjoy being alone because you feel that alone time is where you can grow and do most things. But the other person don't want. Just like my ex, cannot. You have to be with me. I need to be with you. Then there is no value similarities. Okay, then it is difficult to be together. So a lot of people, when they have a broken marriage or they have a relationship issue, they will go for therapy, right? They go to seek therapies. Hi, Tak Chun, thank you for follow. Hello, Francis. They will go for therapies, but you need two person to have the same values to work. If the person has got different thoughts, different thinking, different value, they don't see things that they want, and they don't have a vision, they don't have common goal. Even you see a therapist also useless. Okay, most important is you have to have value and similar goals. Same goals or similar goals. If each pursue a common goal for a greater future, got some merits. Yes, you have a common goal. You need to have a common goal. And things that you think is important, that person also must know that is important. For example, finance. Let's say you're a person who earn $300, you spend $400. Whereas your partner is a person who earn $300, save $200, $100 you can spend. And then this can be a future conflict of how to manage finance. Because when you stay together, most likely you will have a joint account, right? If let's say everything, the spending pattern is different, there will be quarrels. So if you are able to have same value and same goals, yes, you are a candidate. Okay. Are you flexible? Let's say your partner needs to extend his stay in that country and you have to be alone again for another 3 years. Are you flexible? Can you do it? Or if you cannot, like my ex, if you cannot do it, then it's not for you. Okay. The last one. Is this the beginning of your relationship? If let's say it's the beginning and you have not invested too much emotion inside, I advise don't go ahead. Don't even start, because it is going to be very difficult. You see, we need to, touch is very important. Okay? In relationship, we need to hold hands. If a long distance, you can't even touch each other, it is very difficult. It is very difficult unless you are happy be alone. Okay? I'm a person, I love being alone. I can do a lot of things alone. So yeah. So whether you want to, your question is whether long distance the relationship can sustain. So now you know, is it can sustain? You need to put in a lot of effort. Okay, even face-to-face relationship is already so difficult. Right? Don't talk about long distance. A long distance, you have to. Let's say the answers are all yes, and you are a super candidate to do a long distance. Then you have to make it work. Put love to test. Usually it's a fail. How many percent will pass? Very little. It's either party. Either the person overseas cannot take it anymore, or the person here cannot take it anymore. So if let's say you want to put it to test, and then you want to you think that you are a good candidate, then you have to make it work. You have to set time to meet. So let's say you want to say 135, okay, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we will meet each other on FaceTime. Make sure you do the same. Okay, make sure you commit. If let's say you have to do OT overtime, and then you got to let your partner know. And then once OT, let's say every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you also gonna OT, then you're not committing. Right? How about long distance with no marriage? Well, I'm not talking marriage lah. To me, marriage is just a piece of paper. If let's say you want to be a long distance relationship, let's focus on a relationship first. Don't talk about marriage. Okay? Marriage, people that can be in a relationship for 10 years, like my friend, 10 years. Once they get married, they divorce after first year. So let's don't talk about marriage. Let's talk about relationship first. Relationship is whether you can manage or not. If you can manage, you give yourself a time frame. Okay, if you can manage, let's say you are after 6 years you are still together, fine. But then you have to ask yourself, is marriage, what is the intention of marriage? Because you're gonna have a legit children, so that your kids can have good education, then okay. But if let's say you want to marry because you want to have a certificate of marriage, don't do that, because once you want to divorce, is a lot of work. So if let's say you want children, then even nowadays people want children, they also don't want to get married. So if you ask me, I will not. I'm a person that prefer to have relationship than getting married. You know why? When you get married, it becomes your property. Right now, you become Mrs. something, right? It becomes your property. Yeah, unless you want kids, then all right. But you married because of kids. Some people, they wedlock, right? They pregnant, then they get married. So they married for the wrong reason also. Okay? Married for the wrong reason. So you have to know that what is your intention of getting married. Because you want the paper, because you want the law to recognize it, just in case something happen, you want your next of kin to take over. If let's say you don't have a good intention, don't get married for the sake of marriage. Because once you get married, you become your property. The person become your property. And usually, you see, courtship is always the beautiful one. Once they married, it become take for granted, right? Because it become your property, and it's just like you want to buy buy a car, for example. You want to buy a car, you will keep thinking about the car. All right, you want this car so much, so the moment you buy a car, you bought that car, and then that's it. You don't feel anything anymore. So you just every day just wash the car. Yeah. So when the things become yours, the value, you will value that thing less. So merger, union, or whatever, you have to know, you will have to ask yourself, what is the intention? Okay, intention of getting married, what is your intention? Okay? Nowadays, young people, they get married too easily because they only feel the passion of their love, but they never see after married what comes along. After married, you don't marry just to a person, you marry to the family. So there's a lot of human relations to take care of. Wash car, exactly, right? So the moment you bought your car, you will not think about the car already. What? You just everyday wash the car, lor. Become day in, day out, day in, day out. Then eventually you still go sell your car, right? Eventually you sell your car, right? Oh, car old already. Let's look for another new car. Is it still change the car? So things become yours. Sometimes you don't cherish it anymore. Okay, so make sure that if you want to do long distance, you must have goals. You have to plan for the future. You have to agree how many times you meet per year, and then you got to keep sending notes, love notes, good night, good morning, and then you got to plan for the future. You got to watch the show together. For example, tonight let's watch Netflix. 9 o'clock. Let's switch on Netflix and then watch together. So all this time you have to set boundaries. You have to tell the person to trust. You have to have the me time. You have got to be committed. So if you want to do long distance, just be prepared that it takes a lot of hard work. The success rate is very low. So instead of investing your time, your emotion in a long distance, must well do something locally where you can have the touch. Yes, you can have quality time. You can have me time. And I think that will end up better. Okay? So long distance, have I answered your question? Look at the time. 11:07. Today we overrun. What if the girl is willing to come to Singapore? Yeah, if the person is willing to move to Singapore and to stay with you, then that's a goal. That's a future goal. All right? You have the same goal, and the girl willing to move to Singapore. And then when the person moves to Singapore, you got to also take care of the dependent, because she will have to have a dependent pass. Then you got to see whether other legal stuff that you have to take care lah. 说一大堆. It's whether you want or not. If you want to make it work, you can try to make it work lah. But it is because if face to face is so difficult, what a long distance is totally it's difficult. I have experienced it. It didn't work for me. So you have to, of course, if you are young, you can play with long distance lah. If you're young, you have time to spend, after long distance for 5 years, cannot work out, fine, you still have a lot of time. But let's say you are in a midlife and then you still want to play with long distance, I think a bit. Do we need to propose first? Don't propose. No. Jackie, you know what is called propose or not? Propose is to get married to get engaged So if let's say the foundation is not solid, you build a house and the house foundation is not solid, you anyhow propose, the building collapse. Relationship must be stable first. You got to do whatever we said just now, the commitment. You must get it very secure first. Understand each other's expectation. Okay, understand each other's expectation. Each other's goal. Do you have common goals? Do you have common values? Then you have to discuss things that if this thing happen, are we going to work together, work towards the problem? These are you don't propose first. Okay, propose is what you see in 偶像剧啦. Don't propose first. Some women propose first, so don't propose first until your foundation is good. Okay, just love is just live the moment. Okay, just live the moment. live the moment, love the moment, cherish the moment. Don't jump the queue to propose or to get married, because marriage is another story. It's another story, because you don't marry one person, you marry the whole family. So you have to learn to love first. Number one, love yourself first. Don't do anything, love yourself first. Number one, love yourself. Fall in love with yourself. In love with yourself, then you're able to give love. Okay, don't rush. Okay, don't rush. Because you're still young, don't rush. Propose. Now, a lot of young people, they propose, they pay a lot of money for a lavish wedding, and then after that they divorce because they don't know what is a marriage. 我的偶像 because they don't know what's a marriage. Marriage is not just I do da 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 da. That's it. No. But marriage is commitment. Are you willing to, when your partner is old and you need to change the diapers, will you be there to change the diapers? All right. It's not about everything's so nice. No. If let's say your partner falls sick, kena cancer, lost all the hair, and you need to invest a lot of money on cancer treatment, are you able to stay with your partner? Are you able to sacrifice your time to be with your partner? Or let's say your partner got a stroke and he has to be supported, and the mobility got affected. Are you able to be there for him? Because he cannot give you sex, he cannot give you all the romantic stuff, because he cannot stroke, he can't even walk. Will you be there for him? Can you be there for him? Because people, that stroke can last for a long time. Can last for a long time. Are you able to be with him or not? Let's say your partner play shares, lost all the money. Are you able to stay poverty with him? Stay poverty with him. Don't spend, don't travel, don't holiday. Are you able to do that? Married is another story. Not so easy, okay? Let's say don't marry, you don't like each other, okay, break up. Very easy. Okay? So marriage is, Hong has been married for years, right? Your kids are already so big. So Hong knows that in a marriage you need to really, really go through a lot of challenges. Church wedding have this meaning word, husband and wife rules. Yeah. So for those that want to get married, actually it's good to go for a marriage counsel first. And then, because marriage counsel will ask you a lot of questions, and then if you are able to answer those questions, then you're ready. Okay, but those questions are all about values or expectation. Okay, so marriage is something that everybody love to have the fantasize, or church wedding, sui or diamond ring, all this. This is just for show. Okay, after that is what we have to work on. The working part is a long journey. So that ends today's lesson. Next Thursday, we are going to talk about communication skills in relationship, and what is a bad relationship, and how, if let's say you need to end that relationship, what you need to do to end it, or if you want to work on that relationship, what should you do to work on that relationship. That's what next week's topics is about. So I hope this session give you some insights about managing a relationship. It is always difficult to manage relationship, but you have to put in effort. You have to learn. And I post on Facebook. No worries. And I posted a video on Soul Facebook on epigenetic, how the genes being altered and cause a person to behave differently due to genes. You can go and look at the video. The video will explain more because it's very chim. So I hope this session you like it, and I welcome your feedback. And for those that subscribers, I thank you very much for Vint and posting. They have subscribed, and also Max. Thank you for a subscription. For active subscribers, you can suggest topics that you want me to talk on the program. Okay, you can suggest topics. For example, let's say you want me to talk about if you want me to cover procrastination, for example, let me know. I will work a topic on that. So active subscribers will have the privilege of suggest topics that I can bring into the program, and you can discuss about it. So I hope you like today's program, and I will do the same. I will post it on Facebook. Most likely today is maybe by Sunday it should be up there. Because you need a lot of memories for my computer. So I hope this is you enjoyed the session, and any questions that you want to chat about. Next Thursday 10 o'clock. Next Thursday 10 o'clock. That's part 2 of the managing relationship, part 2. And okay, I have something for you to go and think about. For those who are single, okay, I've got 2 portions. For those who are single, I want you to create a detailed image, an image in your brain. What is your dream marriage about? What is your dream marriage about? What do you see in your relationship? Your future relationship. What do you want to see from the future relationship? Okay. What are the things that you cannot tolerate, but yet you want to work towards it? For example, your partner, you imagine you create an image of your partner, but then you create an image of your partner snoring at your bed. You cannot sleep, he keeps snoring. Can you tolerate that? Okay, this is something for you to imagine. Okay, and for those married, you have to create an image of how you both grow old. Okay, what you want to see both of you growing old. What is the image? What will you be doing? What will you be having fun when you grow old? So as long as you build an image, you will work towards the image. Right? Yes, 坏蛋的小男孩, we will speak English for this. Okay, so you go to my profile page, you click on the Facebook, I will be posting today's program there. And then for those that want to catch up, can always go and catch up. Okay. Feel free to drop me feedback. Okay? Once I was elbowed in bed for snoring. I tell you, I cannot stand people snore. That's why I cannot have a partner. I cannot have Twiggy doesn't snore. Twiggy doesn't snore. I cannot stand snoring. Yeah, I cannot sleep. I remember there was once my ex snored so hard that I have to put in my earplug. I got to put earplug, Then at the end, start to rain, and I can't even hear the rain, and my house flooded. No, so I tell you, I cannot sleep with people who snore. Even my mom snore, I also cannot sleep with her. So no. So you see, I rather be on my own. So if are you able to tolerate your partner snore? Okay, if let's say your partner snore and you cannot tolerate, then you got to see whether are you suitable for be in a relationship or a marriage, because eventually partner will snore. I can tell you. I don't know why, but a majority of men snore more than women. Okay, that's what I think. What if you snore too? I don't know. So far my ex-partners never say I snore. So, but my ex-partners snore because I'm a very light sleeper. Once I woke up, I cannot sleep anymore. Then I become very pictic. Okay, so anything you want to ask me, you can post on Q&A, because my profile page has got a Q&A. You can post on Q&A, and when you look at the Facebook, you can always drop me a feedback. Okay? Yeah, so snoring is a no. I don't want to take any chance of snoring partner. No. Okay, so I'm happy with myself. I'm in love with myself. That's why when you ask me why I don't find a partner, I'm in love of myself. I'm in love with myself. That's why I can host this program. If I'm not in love with myself, I cannot host this program. That's why I can give you love, ma. See, all my followers I give you all my love here. Okay? So, yep. Alright, now it's 11:20 and I shall say goodnight to all of you. The next time I do streaming is on Sunday 3 o'clock. Now, Sunday, if you like this program, you can please help me to share. And if let's say you revisit my Facebook after I posted on Facebook page, you can also share the page with your friends so that your friends can come in and listen. Okay, I never snore, but I celebrate. Kevin, hello Kevin. Thank you. So yep. So have a good night. Tomorrow is Friday. So one more working day and then it'll be a weekend. And yeah. 好了 Sweet dreams. Good night. See you on Sunday.